So if you guys have read chapter 173 of the One Punch Man manga, then you know that we just received some incredibly important exposition from Blast's first encounter with God to Saitama potentially being the reason God is coming to Earth. That being said, the thing that is having the One Punch Man community all hot and bothered right now is neither Blast nor Saitama. What a lot of the hype right now is actually revolving around is literally the back of this guy's head in a single panel. And this is because right now the big theory going around is that this is actually a character we have already seen in the webcomic that will play a major role in the manga very soon and could give us our next major Saitama fight. To go a little bit more in detail about what I'm talking about here, I will be having to go into webcomic spoilers from here on out, so you have been warned and you definitely want to tread carefully for the rest of this video. And really quick, if you guys enjoy One Punch Man and any One Punch Man related content, then you literally do not need to go anywhere else but here, because I cover One Punch Man multiple times a week, talking about various theories, do discussions like this, and do chapter reviews each time a chapter is released. And I'm probably the first YouTuber to get a review out as soon as the chapter drops, so you definitely want to have notifications on so you can be the first person to know when a chapter is released. But alright, let's get into this insane theory. So the theory I'm talking about here, of course, is the possibility that Blast's mysterious partner is none other than the fabled ninja leader of the Ninja Village, where Flashy Flash and Sonic both came from. Now this of course has huge implications, because that means that at some point this partner betrayed Blast and accepted God's power, potentially during the flashback where we see Blast first meet God, or even sometime before that. We don't really know yet. Now before I dig deeper into this theory to give you guys some proof as to why this theory has some validity, I will say that right now I firmly believe that there is another much more likely possibility, in my opinion. The way I see it, there are really two strong theories in my opinion right now. One being the aforementioned popular theory that Blast's partner is in fact the fabled ninja leader, and the second, much darker theory that I subscribe to, which is the possibility that Blast's mysterious partner was in fact killed by the ninja leader at some point. I know that second theory sounds a little crazy, but bear with me until the end of the video and I promise I'll have you much more convinced than I probably do right now. So starting off with the first theory, the biggest supporting evidence that this theory has is the appearance of the two cross blades on Blast's partner's back. The reason these two blades are extremely relevant is that in the webcomic, in pretty much any instance we see the ninja leader in some kind of relevance, he has a similar looking pair of blades on his back that of course were later taken from him by Saitama and given to Sonic and Flashy Flash after Saitama makes quick work of the ninja leader off panel. Saitama also mentions that these blades were said to be legendary by the ninja leader himself. As we all know, one rarely adds useless details in his storytelling, so the fact that he decided to emphasize the relevance of these two blades in both the webcomic and the manga is something we definitely cannot ignore. This theory also makes the incident where Blast suddenly shows up to the ninja village to pretty much destroy the entire operation make a lot more sense in hindsight. It makes perfect sense that Blast would be looking for his once close ally after he had been betrayed by him and had become a monster. Blast could have showed up to the ninja village to fight his once close friend. Their fierce fight results in the ninja leader going into a 15-year coma, and sometime after that fight, Blast returns to the ninja village to recover the cube that allowed that ninja leader to communicate with God in the first place. Maybe while Blast and his partner were off searching for the cubes, his partner became corrupted at some point for whatever reason and had stolen one of those cubes and returned to the ninja village. Although this theory does make a lot of sense, I will say that there are some glaring issues with it too. The first and most important being that in the webcomic, the ninja leader is said to be at least 300 years old and has an infamous track record of doing pretty terrible things in that time, including countless assassinations of important figures. On top of that, he was pretty much said to be running an assassin farm where members of the village are treated terribly, like they basically have 72-hour days and only 6 hours of sleep in between then. They get food with absolutely no flavor to it and are pretty much brainwashed from the beginning to only care about assassinations and being an assassin and not have any type of free will in the meantime. I personally find it hard to believe that Blast would willingly team up with someone like that just to combat God. Also, the ninja leader was said to have different colored patches of skin, multiple heartbeats, and an overall demonic presence for a very long time. Although we only see the back of this guy's head, it's pretty clear that he doesn't have any of these features to him, except for maybe the multiple heartbeats. I mean, obviously I can't tell that from a single panel, but you get what I'm saying here. However, these inconsistencies aren't an issue in our second theory, and this is where things start to make a lot more sense in my opinion. Let's take the second theory where the ninja leader actually killed God's partner and start from the beginning again. Blast meets a powerful member of the ninja village while going there to intercept someone who he believes to be one of God's disciples, aka the ninja leader. This future ally of his mentions the existence of a demon-like human that has lived for hundreds of years and is performing truly evil acts on society and his own people. This leads Blast to believe that this ninja leader had received power from God, and with the help of his new ally, gets a hard-fought victory over the ninja leader that leaves him in a 15-year coma, which allows Blast's new ally to take his 2 demonic blades. This new ally becomes Blast's partner and they begin to fight against God together. Several years later, around the time that Flashy Flash had killed most of the village, Blast returns after discovering that there had been a God cube there all along and fights the ninja village members that were in his way. Now, several years after that, while Blast and his team are fighting Elder Centipede, God appears and offers Blast power, which he then refuses like Sitch says. At this point, it's possible that this situation is much like the Monster Association arc, where there are several cadre aside from Elder Centipede that are fighting against Blast and his team. It could be a situation where maybe Blast is fighting Elder Centipede and Blast's partner ended up fighting the ninja leader who is fresh off of waking up from his 15-year coma or whatever your coma ends up being. And unfortunately for Blast's partner, he is not strong enough to take down the ninja leader on his own, leading to his death. God then appears and offers Blast his power, to which Blast obviously refuses, which leads God to then take another avatar to fight Blast, much like how God gave Garo power to fight Saitama. He chooses the ninja leader and takes Blast on in a one-on-one fight. Blast narrowly escapes the fight, obviously defeated, and this could also explain the slash that Blast has on his face, because that could have easily been from one of the 2 demonic blades. After suffering this defeat, Blast learns that his partner had died fighting the ninja leader and attempts to recover his body, but it seems that the ninja leader has done to his body what he does with many strong individuals who he defeats, which is harvest their organs and basically any part of their body that he can take. The only thing that Blast is able to recover from his old friend are the sunglasses that it looks like he is wearing in this panel that we see him in, and keeps them on as a constant reminder of the danger that God presents on humanity, and also wears them to pay homage to his now deceased friend and in some way carry on his will. I know I had to go in a bit of storytelling here to explain this second theory, but when it all comes together, I think that it makes a lot more sense than the current popular theory out right now. I mean, the only way that the first theory can make a lot more sense is if one straight up retcons the ninja leader as a character altogether and makes it to where, you know, maybe when God shows up and offers Blast his power, his partner is the one that accepts it instead, and they get into this huge battle that leaves the ninja leader in a coma and leaves Blast defeated, now looking to work on his own so that no one else suffers the same fate as his friend. I mean, I'm okay with that too, but I definitely think that the second theory is a little bit more fun. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments if you guys think that the second theory makes a little bit more sense than the first, or if you guys genuinely believe that this guy in this panel is the ninja leader and One and Murata are going to somehow write him to be such without, you know, using any of the source material from the webcomic, maybe retconning him completely, or somehow making making it make sense. I'm very curious to see what you guys think. This is a very interesting topic, and chapter 173 is so amazing that I literally can make like 5 or 6, 7 videos talking about the specific things that happen in this chapter. I mean, it was really loaded that much with really crucial information. But yeah, like I said, share your thoughts in the comments. Leave a like if you liked the video. And again, please make sure to subscribe if you want some consistent One Punch Man content on your YouTube feed. But that's it for today's video, guys. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.